What a sight this is. Old Rocky Top in Knoxville. Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. And now let's head down to the coin toss. It's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. We'll see how these two teams play in this game as they prepare for the opening kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Gamecocks and their coaching staff, Kirk, just happy to have a guy like this in the program. Their offense really clicks when he's playing well.
Well, I think it gives them the diversity that they're looking for. I mean, at times they're going to run the football. Other times they're going to try to air it out. And when you have one guy that gets so much attention on the outside, it just seems to open up other aspects of their offensive attack. And they've done a good job as an offensive staff of putting together a good plan. And I'm sure we're going to see it again today.
Just a simple draw play there, but they picked up some big yards.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 42. And he's tackled right away. They gained 5 yards there.
Not a bad play. They gained 5 yards out of it, and they keep moving the defense back.
He airs it out. Nice catch on that one. Touchdown! That was the fullback coming up with a big reception.
You know, we haven't seen the big guy get a chance to make plays like this very often. He sure took advantage of it when they called his number.
And doesn't it always seem like he just finds a way to get open? And he hits the PAT with a 3-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it in for 7.
Boy, that is scoring in a hurry. This offense is looking more and more explosive.
So the score now, 7-0. They line up to kick this one away. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. Throws complete, and he's hit right away. So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Looks to him again, complete. Tackle made around the 43-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. He has some room. He's at the 30. Brought down around the 23-yard line.
When you're running the ball for big chunks of yards like that, you've got something working.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 23. Complete. He's got room. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Play action. Just throws this one away. Here's 3rd and 8. Ball on the 21. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch.
That's a gain of 15. That makes it first and goal.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Throws it out, and it falls incomplete. And this play is number 8 on the drive. Got a man open, and he can't pull it in. Well, let's see what they do here. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. And it's almost picked off.
Man, I don't know if this quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision, but that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
Kicks away, and it sails through the uprights.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
Tennessee gets set to kick this one away. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown.
As you can bet, this defense made some adjustments on the sideline, though. I don't know if they can stop the passing attack, but they need to at least be able to slow it down.
He's tackled around the 31-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. South Carolina holds a 4-point lead. Here's the halfback. And he's taken down at the 33. Here's the handoff, and he's brought down right away. Nice defensive stand there.
And some good play calling defensively. They always had someone in the right spot to make a play and force the 3 and out.
Right is the deep man awaiting the return. He's to the 40. Gets to about the 41-yard line. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's tackled right around the 34. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34-yard line. Tries to set up a screen for the wide receiver. And they make the stop at about the 31.
3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. No, check that. We're on like 52 right here.
Little screen pass. They'll bring him down right around the 26-yard line.
Number 21 on the tackle with the 26-yard line.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go.
Roger. Hey, Mike 52. Here we go, D. Oklahoma.
Brought down in the open field. field.
It's great when a running attack comes through for the first down like this. It makes an offense so much more versatile.
Tackle at the 2-yard line. So they go on the ground and pick up another first down.
They are stringing together a nice little drive here. If they keep this up, it'll be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
First and goal from the 1. Expect to see something straight up the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Really good vision here by the quarterback and a good understanding of where he was on the field. He didn't need much, and he knew he could get it himself.
So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. He splits the uprights with the extra point. So a 6-play, 59-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
So our score, 10-7. Campbell ready to kick. Brown from the 1. At the 30. He's taken down at the 37-yard line. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Gets out to around the 45.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Strike to his receiver, no good. Here's the halfback, and he's brought down hard behind the line. Is back to receive. He punts it away, and it's a great kick. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. Let's find out if the defense has made any adjustments after giving up a touchdown on that last drive.
You know, when this defense went over to the sideline, based on the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator is going to be livid. He's got to get in their face. He's got to challenge them. He's got to get their emotions going.
Leaping interception by the linebacker. He's taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a great job in coverage by this linebacker. He does a good job of reading the quarterback's eyes and is able to come up with the interception.
First and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. And they push him out at the 35. And down he goes at the 35-yard line. Third down now, and they need to get it to the 18. And he might want it all here, and does. Missed him.
You know, as a defender, anytime you're not going to have a chance to get to the quarterback, one of the things all defensive coaches try to teach their defense is to get your hands up and try to knock the football away. And that time, that's exactly what they did to set up this 4th down.
It's up, and he just drilled it from long range. South Carolina is lining up to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. I'm sure the quarterback would love to make amends for that last pick.
He can't dwell on the interception. There's still a whole lot of football to be played today.
And he's tackled in the open field.
Great touch by the quarterback, floating that one right into his hand. That takes some skill.
From their own 36-yard line. First down. He makes his way to about the 45. Throws quickly, and it's almost intercepted.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set. Blue 19. Cut.
Tackle made at the 43-yard line. He scrambles. He's tackled in the open field. So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. Got a receiver and he dropped it. He's at the 20, and he's shoved out of bounds around the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line. Now he's scrambling. Excellent open field tackle. This is the 9th play of this drive. He gets out to about the 9-yard line. It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. Quick strike, and he drops it. Tennessee could take the lead with this field goal. He gets it up, and it's good.
And you got to think they're pretty happy with holding them to a field goal right there.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick. They'll bring him down at the 20. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. Talk about scoring. A huge first quarter by both teams. 13-10, Volunteers. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. From their own 22-yard line, it's third down. He wants it all. It's intercepted. Brought down at the 42-yard line. From their own 42-yard line, it's first down. Tennessee holds a field goal lead. Scrambling around. He takes off.
Hey, sometimes the defense does everything right, and they still lose. That time they had tight coverage, which left no options other than for the quarterback to take off.
We've got it first and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
That makes it 2nd and
8. Wears it out to the right to the halfback. Knocked out of bounds around the 32-yard line. They're about 4 yards away here on third down. Nice catch, first down, and he's knocked out. Fires right side, got his tailback. Very good tackle in space. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Man, it's difficult to run on this defense when they put this kid up in the box.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Tennessee is up by 3. Pass out to the tight end, but it's incomplete. Here we go, folks. 3rd and goal from the 4. This defense not wanting to give an inch here. He's tackled at the 4-yard line. The fullback rumbles ahead for about a yard.
That brings us 4th and goal.
Kicks up, and it sails through the uprights. Campbell has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He couldn't find any open field at all there.
You know, Brad, he looked kind of confused, like he didn't know where he was going from the start.
They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
And we'll see how aggressive this defense is when they come back out. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept up the pressure to try to fluster this quarterback some more.
And he's taken down right around the 18-yard line.
Number 2 on the tackle at the 18-yard line.
First and 10. Ball on the 18. And he's tackled after positive yardage. McDowell picks up about 7 yards on the run.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Nice run there. So the tailback's going to come away with a first down on the play.
This young man ran with some purpose there and picked up 6 yards.
From their own 31-yard line. First down. They go to the left for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Roger, Roger. 24's the mic. Right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Ready.
On the catch, knocked out.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. First down.
From their own 44-yard line. First down. And he's tackled around the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a really risky call by the defense. When you send both your corners, you leave yourself vulnerable to some passes downfield if those guys don't get to the quarterback in time.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 40. They'll bring him down at the 43.
The offensive line needs to do a better job of not only handling the defensive linemen, but getting up to the linebackers. That way the ball carriers will have a little bit more room to get to that second level.
From the 43-yard line, it's second down. Tackle right around the 30. And this is the 9th play of the current drive. And they make the stop around the 30-yard line. Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. He'll get the call again. And he is drilled at the 29. It's the 11th play of the drive. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. Lewis gains about 5 yards on the play. They'll call on the field goal unit here for this long field goal attempt. The kick is up, and he splits the uprights.
Boy, he had plenty of distance there and pushed it through. Very impressive leg strength.
16-13, Tennessee. South Carolina lines up for the kickoff. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Tennessee is up a field goal. He heaves it deep. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. He goes out of bounds right around the 32-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Got a man, watch out here. And they finally push him out at the 23. So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10. Fires it out. He's knocked out of bounds around the 14-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Set. Blue 14.
Zips it to the tight end. And down he goes at the 7. First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike down.
He's going to try and scramble. Keeps it, and he's got a touchdown. What a touchdown. He didn't see anyone open, so he just took it in himself.
This quarterback is fearless, and the defense needs to either spy him or walk the safeties up when they've got the ball down near the goal line.
And he hits the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. South Carolina's offense is so predicated on what this wide receiver does. And now when you consider that we've got a couple of quarters left, they've got to change the complexion of the game a little bit, and they're going to have to do it with somebody else, I think.
This is really where a coaching staff gets challenged, because for 5 or 6 days you prep and you look at a lot of film and you kind of come into a game by the time Saturday rolls around and you have a good idea of how you want to attack the defense. And then you go out there and it's not working. You have to show an ability as a coaching staff to go back and look at the drawing board and eliminate some things and maybe add some things and be able to try to make the adjustments you need to give your team a chance to win in the second half.
He laterals the ball. Nice run to the left there. From their own 25-yard line. 3rd down. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Tackle made at the 28. And that was a really well-played series by the defense. Tennessee's going to use their first time out of the half here. Wright is back deep to return the punt. Tackle at the 39-yard line. Tennessee's been playing like a well-oiled machine in this first half. And Kirk, are we going to see more of the same in the second?
Well, I think as long as they can maintain the proper frame of mind, I think they've got a great shot to be able to pull away and win this game decisively. But the challenge for them will be listening to their coaches at halftime and continuing to play with that same aggressive attitude that they played with in the first half.
Got it. Complete. He's out of bounds.
He is such a reliable target. You throw it anywhere near him, and this guy's going to get his hands on it and make a catch.
From the 48-yard line, it's 1st down. Over the middle to his tailback. He's taken down at the 39. Caught, open field. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 31. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 31. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds. Passes to the back, incomplete. And there wasn't anyone in the vicinity.
I think the ball just slipped out on him.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 15. Gains his way to the 7-yard line. The Volunteers use their 2nd timeout. He's out of bounds at the 4.
What a call. 3rd and short, and they complete a pass for a first down.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. He's scrambling. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
Sacks the quarterback.
Ruin!
That brings us
Blue
2nd and
14!
goal.
Blue 14! Motion!
He's on the run. They bring the quarterback down.
Hey! Ruin! Ship!
Quick throw in the end zone, touchdown. He makes the PAT. Tennessee to kick. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. It's still only the 2nd quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. This one will fall incomplete.
Yeah, the quarterback's breathing a huge sigh of relief because he got away with throwing what should have been an interception.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25. Nice run up the middle. A nice option play. The tailback gets 6 yards before he's brought down. South Carolina's going to take their first time out of the hat. He's at midfield, and he's got his receiver. It's the sophomore.
That was more than enough to pick up the first down. Next time, this defense will be playing on their heels.
From the 41-yard line, first down. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
First down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Now. 24's the mic. Green 90! Green 90!
Huge play, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Looks like the defense played the run that time. With this offense, you've got to be ready for a pass on any down in any situation.
Kicks away, and it's good. South Carolina is ready to kick it away. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The offense will come out again hoping to have similar results as their last drive.
This quarterback right now is in a rhythm, and a lot of that has to do with his preparation. You can see right now with the reads that he's being able to make, getting the football out of his hands, that he's feeling very, very confident in his ability to throw the football against this defense.
And that'll do it for the first half. 30-16, Volunteers.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Bruce Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. Sometimes it's great to think outside the box, and I applaud both of these defensive coordinators for thinking differently. Clearly their plan, David, was to let the opposing offense run up and down the field until they got really tired.
Yeah, Reese, that's your favorite term. That's hot garbage. They got to do something different. It was discouraging to watch. You always talk about the body is willing, or the mind is willing, is the body capable? How does that saying go?
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
The spirit. Okay, do you hear that saying? The spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. I think everything about their flesh was weak. That was pathetic. No, thank you. If you're going to do that again, don't even show up in your pads.
That'll do it here in the studio at halftime. We'll try to see if Pollock can bring a little energy in the second half. Got a lot of games to watch, including yours. Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The offense will take the field, and they've been moving the ball very well on their last couple of drives. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
That makes it second and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 25. Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab. Got a man in and out of his hands.
That'll make it 4th and 10.
Ross is the punter. And he's tackled at the 43-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Scrambling around. He's into the open field. And he's tackled at the 46. From the 46-yard line, first down. Gets to about the 44-yard line. Brought down around the 34-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 34-yard line, it's first down.
Here we go.
Fires out quickly, incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. 180.
McDowell gets a carry left side, and they push him out at the 21.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run it. Inside the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Big time play, taking that ball all the way in. Maybe the defense wasn't expecting a run.
And he converts the extra point. like they're ready for the kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Volunteers have certainly had their opportunities to put this thing away. I don't think they can say they haven't, but they haven't been able to do it.
Well, it's just sloppy execution on offense. You know, whether they're turning the ball over or they're being forced to punt. This is just not an offense right now in rhythm, and they've blown their opportunities, and now they got to hold on and hope that they can get out of here with a win.
He's tackled right around the 46-yard line. From their own 46-yard line. First down. Tennessee is up by a touchdown. Slings it left.
And I don't know if this quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision, but that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
Throws complete, and he's hit right away. Third down, and they need to get it inside the 44. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. That pass play gets him roughly 3 yards.
It's a nice catch by the junior wide receiver, but an even better effort by the defense to keep him from going anywhere.
Tries to set up a screen for the wide receiver. They'll bring him down around the 46-yard line. Unable to convert on fourth down, and the ball changes hands. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure, but they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. And it's almost picked off.
Well, you want to do everything you can to keep the ball out of the hands of these receivers, so that was a really good effort.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46. Fires quickly, and it's picked off. It's the safety who's in the right place at the right time.
The quarterback has to know where the safety is when he makes this kind of throw. Right here, he just tried to force something that wasn't there.
From their own 42-yard line. First down. Tennessee is up 7. He's got it with room to run. He's knocked out of bounds at the 49. And he is drilled at the 49-yard line. They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on third down. And he throws it away. And they're going to have to bring on the punt team.
It was a good hold by the defense on third down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
Certainly they don't have the return on here. And he has it on the corner. Brown fields it at the 13. Brought down at the 24-yard line. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. Strike to his receiver, no good. Second down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 24. Run left side. He's to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Call it a gain of 20 yards. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 44.
Ready. Check. Eagle.
Quick strike to the receiver. He's at the 40. And down he goes at the 36.
That's a gain of 20 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 36-yard line, it's 1st down.
Mike five. Set.
He has some room. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at about the 31. From the 31-yard line, 3rd down. They run it for the 1st, and he stops. He gets it up, and he nails the long field goal. South Carolina ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. South Carolina has got a little Jekyll and Hyde thing going on here on their defense.
Well, they were on their heels the entire first half. You look around now, they're flying around, making a lot of plays, and really giving themselves a chance to maybe win this game.
It's going to be interesting to see how the action shakes out in this series. Tennessee is up by 4. McCoy picks up about 5 yards on that hookup. From their own 30-yard line, 2nd down. Oh, he had a shot at the pick.
It was the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
Looks left, finding his tailback. And he's taken down around the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35. Quick throw. Tackle made around the 42-yard line. And they make the stop at about the 49. From their own 49-yard line, 1st down. He gets rid of this one. Tennessee holds a 4-point lead. Tackle at the 36-yard line. And this play is number 8 on the drive. And he just gets rid of it. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 36. Caught, and he's hit immediately. Here's play number 10 on the drive. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Fires out to his receiver, and he's tackled at the 28. Looks like they've decided to go for it here. Up the middle for a nice game. Here's the 12th play of the drive. Receivers got it on the screen. Brought down at the 15. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Caught with room to work. Quick pass, and he hits him hard at the 9-yard line. Here's play number 14 of this drive. Tennessee is up 4. With the pass, incomplete. Ball inside the 10-yard line. Second down. Gets to about the 8-yard line. This is the 16th play of this drive. Open man, quick strike, and he can't pull it in. This should be an easy field goal. It's up, and it sails through the uprights. Campbell gets set to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Man, both offenses here in this third quarter have been on fire. Time for the defense to step to the forefront a little bit.
Makes you wonder which of these defenses has the ability to come up and make a stop. It could be one of those games where whichever defense comes up with that stop could be the team that wins the game.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. Nice run there as they work the outside.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on their own 29. He's tackled around the 43-yard line.
Gain of 14 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Fires quickly to the tight end. They'll bring him down around the 49-yard line. That's 3 down and 1 to go. Tennessee's lead is a touchdown. Into the fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action. He gets to about the 34-yard line.
First down.
From the 34-yard line. First down.
Here we go. Green 88. Green 88. Motion me out.
Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
You know, Brad, this is one of those plays where the quarterback just wants to apologize to the wide receiver, maybe every other member of this offense. But the wide receiver, if he's smart, will come up to that quarterback, tell him to forget about it. Let's move on to the next play.
Gets to about the 34-yard line. Third down, and they need to get it to the 24.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
The kick is up, and he splits the uprights.
You know, I was wondering if he's going to get a chance to kick one of those. We saw him warming up from 60 yards before the game.
So the score now, Tennessee 33, South Carolina 29. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. This senior quarterback's put on a good show, Kirk.
Well, the thing that stands out to me is the way he's getting the football to his receivers. And with the experience that he's gained over the years, it's very obvious how relaxed he's playing and the way he's delivering and distributing the football. Number one, he's making great decisions. And you know about his arm strength. And right now, if you're this defense and you're too concerned about his ability to throw the football, you can see right here, now he's showing he can hurt you with his legs as well with these 2 touchdown runs.
A score here might effectively end this one. Tennessee is up by 4. He wants it all, going long. Oh, and a huge drop by the wide out here in the fourth quarter. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 25. Short pass, middle of the field, and down he goes around the 30-yard line. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback makes a throw like this, the best thing a wide receiver can do is come over to the quarterback and pat him on the back and tell him to shake it off and let's make the next play a better play. The worst thing you can do is put your arms up in the air as if you're blaming the quarterback. Come over, tell him it's all right, and you move on.
Brown fields it at the 26. He makes it out to maybe the 43-yard line. Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter. They bring him down in the backfield. From their own 42-yard line, second down. They'll knock him down for a loss. Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback. He's gobbled up in the backfield. Back deep to return the punt. He really got a hold of that one.
You know what? It might not have been a lot, but they moved the ball forward. Football's not a game won 100 yards at a time. You take what you can get.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Tennessee holds a 4-point lead. Got a receiver, and he dropped it.
I know this quarterback trusts his arm and his receivers, but he's got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Blue 19. Blue 19.
Pass right, running back's got it. He's taken down around the 32-yard line. They complete that play-action pass, good for 7 yards.
And it was a simple throw right back to the halfback, who did a good job of getting some positive yards on the play.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down. They go with the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
That is a loss of 2 yards. 4th down.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here. He makes it out to maybe the 36-yard line. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Nice run up the middle. McDowell gains around 6 yards on the run.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. He's on the run. Tackled after a decent pickup.
Makes the tackle. Gain of 7 on the play. 1st down.
Tight right, tight right. Four down, four down. Mike 5.
Gets it out quickly. And he's taken down at the 38.
Gain of 13 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 38-yard line, it's 1st down. Sweep left. Gets to about the 37-yard line. He picks up a yard at best on the toss.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Little handoff. And they hit him in the backfield. They really need to pick up this 3rd and long here in the 4th quarter. They go with a run, and he's going to be stopped short. Fires it out. Tackle made at the 20.
He is such a reliable target. You throw it anywhere near him, and this guy's going to get his hands on it and make a catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 20. Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts.
Number 13 was the intended receiver on the play.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Quick out to his receiver.
Very solid gain through the air. I'm impressed with the poise of this quarterback and the ability of the receiver to keep his concentration and get his hands on the football.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Strike to his receiver, no good. Straight run here, and he's got nowhere to go. Big stop by the defense.
The offense tried to run right by him with the counter play, but the defense was there to make the stop. Great hold, guys.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Tennessee is up 4. Complete. He's got room. Steps out of bounds around the 14-yard line. From their own 14-yard line, it's 2nd down. Throws complete, and he's got space to work. And they make the stop at the 24. From their own 24-yard line. 1st down. And they got him for a loss.
Well, this is the kind of play you want to see if you're a defensive player, because not only is it a negative play, but this can really impact and affect the emotion of the game. Just looking down and looking at the energy on the field and even on the sidelines, you can see that the defense is fired up after that play.
Tackle around the 34-yard line. South Carolina will have 1 timeout remaining. It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the 1st down marker. Just under 2 minutes in the game. Throws this one out to the right. Incomplete pass.
That pass led him just a little bit too far, but still great effort.
That makes it 4th and inches.
Ross is the punter. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line. The Gamecocks have sort of set up the defense with this wide receiver doing most of the damage. Do they go away from him, or do they do something different?
Well, I think one of two things here for this offense. You either find a way to get your star receiver the football, or in some cases you want to use him as a decoy, maybe take 2 or 3 defenders with him, and then open it up for somebody else to be able to make a play.
Throws it in a hurry, and he's tackled at the 48.
The quarterback and his receiver make a great play here and convert on an early down.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that 1st down marker. Throws in a hurry.
Now the quarterback's breathing a huge sigh of relief because he got away with throwing what should have been an interception.
Brought down right around the 48-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 48-yard line. 1st down. We have less than a minute to go. run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Spikes the ball.
Spikes the ball. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Now he tries to buy some time. Well, a lot of frustration by that offense, but you've got to give the defense credit for coming up with a stop in this quarter in a game this close. He airs it out. So a 4th down stop there late in the 4th quarter, and that should do it. They don't pick up the first down, and the ball will change hands. Here we are late in the 4th quarter, and this is what this game has come down to. Every possession is going to count, and this could be the one right here. And this should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock. The Gamecocks using their 3rd and final timeout. He'll go down to one knee. South Carolina staff and really this entire team, I'm sure, is going to rally around this kid.
Yeah, it's a tough loss for this team. I mean, they put so much into this game, but one thing about them is they're a team. And even though their star player had a tough game, I think they'll pick him back up and get him ready to go by next week.
Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nessler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.